Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good afternoon, good morning, however you see me. But technically, you don't see me right now. You hear me. So, peace to you. Glad to be able to be a voice to you tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you hear me. But I'm just glad to be that voice. As I let you know that Icy Don, aka, or should I say Don M, the FDMG Boogeyman, aka Icy Don, Dusty Don, the messenger, is here to deliver a real strong, powerful message that I love how life works. I love how life works. You folks know me. I be scheduling lives and forget to do lives and whatever case may be because I be having thoughts in my mind and I say I need to do a live on it. Well, this particular time I scheduled live to do on the food crisis. And so, as you see, it says, "Can you can you save yourself from yourself?" Surviving the food crisis, whatever the title is. You know what I'm saying? It's talk about the food crisis, and it's also talk about yourself and save yourself from yourself. And this is all about something way deeper because I didn't do the first live when I first scheduled it because I guess the message wasn't going to come out the right way. But today, after speaking to one of my boys, now I think I know what this message is really about. Okay, so I just thought I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go live tonight. It's raining, and then when I looked, I saw this was one of my old scheduled lives that I didn't do. I said this is perfect because it says survive and saving yourself from yourself. And I just had a conversation with my dude, and he's going to court. He goes, he's in the situation, but I told him is right now as he sits and speaks to me, it's the blessing because I'm a messenger, and so I had to deliver this message. I came all the way to New York to deliver a message to you. So his crib just so happens to be on one of the blocks that I'll be hustling on when I go to New York. And he's been watching me for several years. And the bottom line is that he could be facing some serious time for stupid shit. And the stupid shit is really the crisis that we got ourselves in. It's the lust for, the greed for, the need for, the desire for, the all out lust that makes you do any and everything to get this almighty dollar just to have luxury clothing, and you say designer, but we say luxury clothing, and eat food whenever, however you want to do it, and drink and smoke however you want to do it. And at the very end of that run of spending this money all over the place in hotels all over the place, at the very end, you starving because you lose it all. So we're going to talk about this food crisis that we put ourselves in and how we're going to get ourselves out of it. Because I had a strong conversation with this dude, and I want to share this conversation with you because this relates to so many different things that's going on in YouTube itself, and which got us in this food crisis. It's our lust, our desire, our need, our greed. It's all of that, folks, that makes us put ourselves in positions where the ones who controls the economy can raise the supply and demand curve to whatever way it wants. And right now it's bending to where it's making this Bible look like it's real. And it's all because our lust and desire and our fornication for this greed of this money. And as I come to you tonight, I really want you to feel me on this message because this is a strong, powerful message that must be delivered because I am coming into crunch time with my situation. And right now, this is spiritual court. And we as individuals must understand that we are now in spiritual court. You know what I'm saying? Like I said hood court, but I realized that like my dude, he's in spiritual court. And as he said to me, he said, yo, man, damn, man, for real, like, because I said, yo, this is the only thing that can save you. This is spiritual right now. The only thing that can save you is like he said, yeah, God, man. I was saying that the other day. Like the only thing is gonna say, yeah. So as you're speaking to me, just hear as I'm talking to you. So we are in spiritual court right now, and we are all being judged on a different level in our lives, period. And I had to tell my dude, like, yo, you look at an individual like me, hard work, you see me all this time and still don't have because I punish myself because of my lust and desire for this and that and slowing me down from going forward. I am my own enemy. And then I asked him, I said, how long you been doing what you've been doing? He said, yo, man, I've been playing with this for like since 16. But I done did like 13 years of my life in jail. So actually I played with this for about 8 years from age of 16. From the age of 16, he played with it, but was in and out of jail for 13 years of his life, but had an 8 year run on the hustle that he's doing. And I asked him, so in the 8 year run of the hustle that you've been doing, and I'm gonna compare myself because mine's is ones, yours is 20s and 50s and hundreds, easy, no problem, and mainly hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Like when you compare the 8 year run of you and 8 year run of me, and me being Dusty Don and you being you, and you having the $2,000 sneakers on right now, and you spend all this money, but you sitting with me in my dusty mobile, puffing with me and my little L, talk about can you get a little nugget. And now this is no disrespect to him because this is mad love. Because I wish he was here with me doing this live. Because if he was here with me doing this live, it'd be that much stronger and powerful because you can really get the message. Maybe, you know, saying that's what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna actually get him so we can have a live together and we can talk this message so you can really get it, so you can understand who I am and understand that I'm really delivering a message. Matter of fact, that I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he can do a live with me. He wanted me to go out with him tonight. But like I said, this is all part of my live. I'm gonna tell you my whole conversation with him because, like I said, when you swimming with the devil, folks, you're swimming with the devil. And when you swam with the devil, you swam with the devil. And if you've been swimming with the devil and you constantly swimming on a steady flow with like a marathon, then like I say, folks, you need this message right here because you are what we are in. You will put us in this food crisis where the world is in an economic crisis because you're fornication with the devil. Our lust for the dollar bills, the economy, for certain things. This message right here is a powerful message because so many of us been swimming with this demon and we don't know what we are doing to the entire world, you as an individual. So as I kicked it with my man, it was funny because we was kicking it and I actually thought I was talking too much, to be honest. But then I realized, nah, dude was getting the message. He needed this. And then one of his other dudes hit him up on the phone, said, yo, I'm pulling up. And he said, oh, yeah, I see you, because he was sitting in the car. So dude pulled up in front of my car. So dude was sitting there waiting. He said, yeah, I'm about to leave. And I thought dude was about to get out the car, because I thought other dude was more important because I ain't seen money in a minute since the last time I had a conversation with him. And the last time I had a conversation with him was basically the same shit I'm telling him this time. But this time I had to tell him in a different way because I had to let God speak to him, through me to him. So that's what made me reach out to you folks because this is bigger than what him, and it's bigger than me and our conversation that we had amongst each other. It's something that must be spread because it's the love, and it's tough love. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, straight dude. He did 13 years, gun charge, this charge, that charge, but this is first charge with this charge. You know what I'm saying? And folks, if we don't learn from our mistakes, if we don't learn, and when I say learn from our mistakes, not learn to make ourselves better, but learn to better ourselves in a different path where we can learn from that mistake that we made. So many people think that you gotta go to jail to learn to be better at what you did. And I'm saying no, it becomes a point where you're going to jail so you can just learn to be better in another path. You take everything that you got in that path, you dump into the next path, and you learn to be better. That's the punishment. Many people will be punished in life, as you see on YouTube. Many people being punished right before your eyes. Just to drop names, just because you know what I'm saying, just want to keep everybody, you know, in the loop. From Brother Polite to Pharaoh to that dude, whatever his name is. You guys know his name. You can tell me what the name is, but I forget the boy name. The boy with the little coat that he got going on. To baby Umar Johnson. When the name of that other kid pops back up to my mind, and I shout his name out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him a shout out. Why not? Definitely gotta give him a shout out. He get arrested right on his live. But when you got all these individuals on YouTube just not getting the point and not understanding and learning, you know what I'm saying? And the spiritual court just must come forth, and the messenger must speak. So you must get this message, because this is like a warfare that's going on, because we are destroying the economy with our lust and our fornication for this thing called money and power, and thinking that we get respect, but we're not really getting respect. We're just getting laughs and chuckles, and then at the same time, many people probably live in a certain level of fear, and that's destroying the world. And once those people who know and control all of that, and they understand your mind frame, because they listening to you through their devices, they got tapped into you in your homes, they got Alexa talking to you, they understand your mind frame, then they know how to manipulate the economy accordingly. And folks, where we at right now, this is a epidemic, a pandemic, a plague. Fuck all that shit. This is a plague that's destroying us on a level where we must stop. Because, like I said, dude, man, this is, and I'm gonna put the light on, because it's so amazing that I just so happened to have this in the car at the time, and I had this in the car because when I was going to do my other live, I was going to have it for you folks, but I forgot about it, using it for the live I did last time, and I just so happened to still have it in the car. So when we was having the conversation, something reminded me, yo, grab that. And so when I grabbed it, I had to look for it, but when I grabbed it, it was just the thing for him to understand, like, this is not me talking to you. This is, something bigger. And as I coming to that my live with you folks, I'm telling you that this is something bigger than me talking to you. This is something bigger. This is about us changing ourselves so we can save ourselves. Because once again, anybody who has a baby that's like 2 years of age, 16 years from now, especially if you're like 32 to 40, from 30 to 40, 16 years from now, you would still strongly, hopefully, be in the world, maybe a grandparent or something like that, or maybe not a grandparent, but you definitely be seeing the gas prices for your child. And when they borrow money from gas, how much you think this shit gonna be? So once again, if we don't make a change in our way of thinking, our lifestyle, and our habits, and our hatred, and our serving of this devil, because that's what it's all about. We no one would be able to travel on the streets unless you hustling. No one will be able to travel the streets unless you really serving the devil. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? The only ones that would be able to travel on the streets, folks, won't even be the regular working folks, people, in 10 to 20 years from now. The regular working people with 9 to 5s won't be able to be on the streets driving at the rate of what they're doing with this gas price. Okay, folks? And it's all because our lust to do things, lust to be places, lust to go and have fun, lust to fornicate. I must go here, I must go here. And when you really look at where you went and spent all this money and time and energy on gas, it was worthless. It wasn't something that was a need. So right now we must start learning to live a life of need only. If it's no need to do, it's no need to do. And at the same time, when you are not spending that time of doing something, you spend that time doing something. You understand what I'm saying? So once you cut out the time of just being out and about doing nothing really, except for just being the consumer, then you spend that other time and energy on making a new reality for your future. Now, it was another way I put it earlier when I was having a conversation with myself. It was a deep conversation. And it was like so many people have so much time to do nothing. And then there's so many people that don't have enough time to do the things they need to do. So many people have so much time in the world to do nothing. And then there's other people that has no time to do the things, don't have enough time to do the things they need to do. And then they wish that they can just have your time because you were spending your time doing nothing. And so they try and figure out ways they can just get your time to be utilized for things that they need to be done because you ain't doing shit. And most of the time that you think that you're doing shit, you ain't doing shit except for being a consumer. Sorry, I'm even cursing. I'm gonna try not to curse so much. But once you understand that we spend more time doing nothing except for being a consumer, and once we can start utilizing that time to start preparing a table, then we can make that change. Because, like I say, I said to him, so how much money you think you made in a 4 month span? He's like about like he's about like 60,000. He said, cause yo, when they caught me, I had 9 on me and like about like four in the little stash, and I was spending this amount of money on hotel. So I said, so 4 months. So he was like, yeah. So then he was sitting back for like another minute. He said, yo, to be honest, maybe like 100. And then I flipped on him. And I caught him off guard the way I just do me, because I'm sitting there thinking, and then I said, damn. But it wasn't like I flipped on him, because you understand what I'm saying? It was just that I flipped out in a manner that was like, huh? It did an outburst. But he understood because it was the whole context of in the conversation we was having. That was needed. That was needed. $100,000 in 4 months, motherfucker, punch you in your goddamn eye. Because, like I say, folks, many of us every single one of us are being punished because every single one of us have a blessing to be to life. We are a blessing to be to life, but yet and still we are fornicating against life. We fornicating with life. We fornicating against life because we fornicating in life, and then we destroying ourselves because our lust for consumerism. What we do to make a dollar, what we do not just to make a dollar, but what we do to spend a dollar. That's what it is. What we do to spend a dollar. And that's destroying us because, like I say, folks, $100,000, 4 months, and then you asking me for a nugget, a bud, a little bud, so you can roll up. and then you telling me that you want to hire a lawyer, and if you have to spend about like 30,000, you do it. I'm like, you nigga, you think talking to me is free? That's when I spaz. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to remember my thought. That's when I spaz on him. Like, nigga, you think talking to me is free? Because like I said, he had dudes sitting in the car in front of us, and he was like, "Yo, to be honest, I don't even feel like talking, dude. I don't even feel like getting in the car, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. You think talking to me is free? You talk about you done spend over $100,000 on these chicks and this and that, and you talk about motherfucking almost spending. Excuse my language, but you talk about freaking spending damn near $30,000 on this white Jew lawyer, getting rid of the black lawyer that you had." And you think talking to me and getting this free consultation is what you're gonna get, nigga? Fuck out of here. Like I said, spaz. No, you can't have that. You crazy? Never, ever, ever ask again. And ain't no bum dude. It's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? No bum dude. He had, the house, Mom Duke house right there on the corner. Mom Duke house across the street, diagonally across the corner. His brother just now moved into the house. They just renovated. And because she was renting out. She was renting out to people. Then they renovated, and then her brother just took it over. And here he is, got her mom's putting her fuck. He had a bell for $1 million, and she had to put up her corner house for his fucking ass. $1 million home, corner house with a Benz in it. Yeah, no, they got money. They ain't no dumb nigga. He just a stupid nigga. Because there's too many stupid niggas out there because y'all consumers. So when a nigga like Umar Johnson talk about giving you grit money so I can fucking build a school, y'all dumbass coons motherfucker don't get it because y'all serving the devil. Economics is part of the devil system. Economic is the main source, is the main artery of this demonic entity of control of the people. And that was no giving props to the Umar. It was just me trying to let you know that yes, when people's out here talking, they know what they saying. Y'all just want to be on comedy all day long. But this shit is real. Where we at right now, if we don't get it and we don't get it together at this point right now, if we don't really, really get it at this point right now, we might as well start preparing for our funerals like 100%. That's that. Because who can survive paying 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10 in gas a gallon? When are you going to break? When is it going to be a time when you just really say, yo? But once you understand what I'm saying, the control that you in, then you can't. It's hard for you to get out because it's like a hit, it's like a fix, it's like a drug, it's like addiction. And you would do $20 in gas once you realize that you that type of fiend. You're a fiend of life. You so into this world that you are fiend to life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remember, they said don't conform to the world, but you are conforming to the world that you would be willing to pay $20. For example, this was a funny shit. For example, when Hurricane Sandy hit, I was like, yo, let me snatch up this gas right now. I snatched up the gas, grabbed me mad gas. And when the price of gas went up, like zoom, 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 I was out there selling the gas. And what people will pay to move around, once master of economics truly understand it, you guys don't get it. There's no way of going backwards. And those who cannot will be out of the game. This is the biggest loser. This game is the biggest loser. The weakest link. When they said survival of the fittest, that whole, what is it, terminology? What's the word? Metaphor, whatever. The survival of the fittest, the survival of the fittest. That shit been around forever, and we are witnessing it to the fullest. And it's all our blame because what we would do to get a dollar, to spend a dollar, to be part of this economy. So my conversation with dude was really powerful because, like, I had to let him know, like, come on, bro. And it's not like we are dumb people. It's like, it's not like you come from a weak grown weak a womb. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's got property. Your brother is doing great. And what just happened in your situation, you just totally embarrassed yourself. Like you just said, he said, yo, I'm embarrassed. Nah, she didn't know what I was doing. And embarrassment is just at an all-time high for him because she had to put up her crib $1 million. So I had to explain to him, you know, let me tell you, bro. And what makes me mad is that I told him the story before, and I told him the story before of my life, the world I've seen, my peoples, and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, I told you before, and I told you before, and before I told you to run, and you ran to it, and now you're facing damn near 8 to 20 years of your life for some stupid shit. So you got $2,000 sneakers on. We are horrible. And when I say we, I'm talking about a nation of color folks, a nation of black people. We are horrible because we are making this economy survive to a crisis. And we must fight ourselves to save ourselves. You must fight yourself to save yourself. And that's the only way that we can really get this economy to go anywhere as the way we need it, which is down. We need, when I say economy, I'm talking about the prices of everything. It must go down to save this world. Otherwise, we're about to be in a crisis where crime is going to be at an all-time high. Abuse is going to be at an all-time high. Violence is going to be at an all-time high because it's just going to come with it. And starvation is going to be at an all-time high. All because what we did was just allow the greediest things, the greediest demons in the world to manipulate the economy to a point where they got your back against the wall and they just making you a consumer by any means necessary. They want to get you to become a consumer. This is a sneaky war. And like I said, it's a spiritual war. And if you don't pay attention, you won't know. And so I had to let him know. And so as I really chopped it up with him, let him know, yo, I mean, I know he got the point because, yo, man, you know, the way he embraced me, she gave me love, you know what I'm saying? When I say gave me love, you know what I'm saying? You know, we pound and embrace it, say, yo, man, I love you head to head, you know what I'm saying? Yo, do it, man. I really love you. And this is after I balked him, say, yo, man, I know you and me like that, bro. I already know you don't. So I hear you, man. I love you, man. I love you. But The sad thing about it is that I told him, like, as a message, I said, yo, to be honest, like, you have to have it in your heart and soul and mind that you won't go that route no more. You choose to go another route. Because if you don't, then you definitely will see some time. Now, sitting with the dude for the time I was sitting with him and just watching his eyes, it's heartbreaking. But yo, dude might have to be punished. Just me looking at his eyes, like, who am I to be judging like that? And like I say, man, I really don't want him to go. I hope that he can stay out, but I don't know his world. I don't know his life. I don't know what he do. But for me to be a messenger to him to deliver this message, to really deliver this message, and I'm trying to tell you, folks, trust me. Let me see if I can show you this. I'm kind of like in the dark. I'm in the dark. Let me see if I can show you this. Nope. Nah, you can't see it. No, you can't see it. Maybe you can. Yeah. But folks, real talk. I'm really in the dark, but this right here is a device I'm gonna talk about another time because it's not important. Because I don't feel like going through this dumb bullshit. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm in the dark. But it's just like I said, it's spiritual court right now, and it saddens me to say because I don't want to judge him and say anything bad, but I'll just pray for him. And I told him, well, no, because we had a conversation, man, and I think the conversation is strong enough, bro, because I don't want to speak nothing wrong in the air. But your eyes and just yo, you gotta get your heart right, dude. And as I'm speaking this to him, and this is like just to all of us people out here, especially as men, because we the ones who must become the head, and we must form in the body because we can get the body moving. Because if we don't have the right head on the top of the shoulders, yo, it don't even make sense to even put that head there. You know what I'm saying? Might as well just put a fake head, and that's what we've been living. We've been living in a world with a fake head on top. And the fake head actually been our women. You know what I'm saying? The women has been on top leading. But we as men must rise up. But the only way we can rise up is to get the demon up out of us. And we have to dig deep, fellas. So going back to dude, because I'm thinking about his eyes. And I'm thinking about how his eyes really, the way it wanders, and I don't like it. And I don't know his world. So as a little critique, I'm going to critique him. He better really have in his heart when he really speak to God, because the only reason why he's out is because his mom's been praying for him, and she put up her home. Bail was $1 million. She put up a home for him, and so he can't lose that shit. He gotta continue to go to court. He can't lose that bail money. He gotta do right, but he got as he doing right to save his mom and not allow have him lose that home. He too must do right within his own home, his own constitution, his own body, and get it right so he can save himself. Because his eyes, if his soul is like his eyes, then he might need to go in to get saved or punished. One, but your dude, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father could be is who they are, and no matter what they are to you, they still who they are. So hopefully, we go to court next week. So we'll find out the situation with him. I guess I'll give a call, ring the phone a couple of times, And if it's no answer, then I already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or if it goes straight to voicemail, you already know he got locked. And so if he get locked, that means that he's still thinking about ways to be better at the hustle that he's in. And that's the no. You when you're in this situation, you must now decide, yo, I'm done. But if your decision is basically going to be, I'm going to continue to run, then when you face the ultimate judgment means that you might lose everything. And going to Umar Johnson, him keep playing this game, it's possible that he can lose everything playing this stupid game with fire. Maybe I'm just bugging out. Maybe I'm just silly Willy. But we will find out when people play with fire, what the outcome be. You get burned. How many folks out there really have an addiction problem of consumerism? Is there like a hotline that we can call and something that should be part of? Would it be like some after school program where you guys come together and y'all work on projects that you take your time and be part of, as opposed to just being on the fast pace of life? I mean, what is it going to take? Because going back to what we are doing as these consumers and our desires for this money, what we doing? And everybody is a problem. Don't think that we can really point fingers. We all are a problem. We all have our problems. We all have our issues, which makes it only right for us all to now say, you know what? As opposed to saying, well, we all see. It's easy for us to say, well, everyone have their problems, everyone have their addictions, everybody have their faults. But how about instead you say that as the first thing you say, especially like if you're in conversation with somebody, I hate this shit. You'll be in conversation with somebody, and then they be talking, and then you be like, well, who you the judge? Everybody have their faults. How about instead you saying that first? How about you say it's time for us all to really start fixing our faults and fix and being better. How about we say that as opposed to try and find a scapegoat out of the world of being right by saying, well, everybody had their faults and everybody have their this and addictions. How about we start saying, yeah, you're right. You know, we need to get rid of our addictions. And how about we keep saying that on a regular basis as opposed to saying, well, everybody had their faults. That's the way change happens. And start becoming those words. I'm gonna tell you, this is some fucked up shit. But if this dude can blow $100,000 in 4 months just playing games, Umar Johnson must be blowing through thousands as well, and not have nothing to show for it. Hundreds of $1,000s in the year time because in 2021 June 1st, yeah, matter of fact, yeah, hell yeah, this is, yeah, 6 months in. Okay, yeah, happy June 1st. One of my friends, her birthday's on June 1st. She designed one of my flyers back in 1997 for a trip that I never did and the trip that I want to do. But anyway, uh, lost the train of thought. Yeah, June 1st. So from June 1st to 2021 to June 1st of 2022, like what amount of bread has been blown? And then what at this point right now, of 6 months in this month, what do you have to show for it? But how many receipts do you have of just being a consumer? Money to spend on food. I don't give a fuck if it's your personal money. Excuse my language, folks. Matter of fact, matter of fact, I don't, yo, listen up, folks. Watch this, folks. Umar Johnson, out of your personal money, how much money did you spend on outside food? Not home cooked food like groceries. How much money have you spent on outside food? How much money you been a consumer to outside food from 2021 to June 1st of 2021 to June 1st of 2022? Add up those fucking receipts, my nigga. Throughout this whole pandemic time and post pandemic, how much money did you spend on outside food, hotel, hanging with women? How much money did you spend on that, my nigga? While your school doors ain't open? Add that up. Add those receipts up. Out of your own money, not the FDMG funds. Out of your own money. Out of your personal money. This is my personal money. I'm gamble. I'm gonna put this dollar, what, $5 or $2, whatever the shit was, or $20. I don't know. But your personal money. How much did you spend just on your personal life of eating out good, hanging with shorties, hotel, gas, traveling? And I'm talking about your personal money. Because I say that as a consumer, why your doors not open? And then we as men got to think about why we not advancing to be the heads of our shoulders of the body so we can lead the family, the heads in our community. This conversation is for all of us, including me. That's why I want to do this, because I want to hear myself and go back so I can hear myself, so I can get the message myself. Because I'm being punished as well as he's being punished in life. He has nothing to show for whatever. I don't have nothing to show for whatever. I want to do good. He's continuing to do wrong. But yet still he can prosper way much more because he's doing wrong. And I'm not doing 99% of wrong as he, but yet still I'm being punished worse because I want to do right and good, but yet still I'm not doing right and good. I'm being punished by good, but then I got wrong coming in trying to stop me and prevent me from being able to do good. So it's like a double battle of both sides. With me, it's crazy. Hope you got that one. Hope you got that one. I was looking at somebody's live stream. And as I'm looking at their live stream, folks, well, I like being in the dark. I want to be in the dark. Yeah, I want to be in the dark. As I'm watching their live stream and looking at their live stream, I'm saying to myself, like, you know what? This person got damn near 1,500 people. It was he was doing an interview with somebody, and they was so about the industry, and they was just so about the music and shit like that. He got like 1,500 people in the building right now. He's only been on for a few minutes. He had a few likes. I mean, 300, 400, 500 likes. And I was trying to sit there and listen to everything he was listening to. It was very interesting, but it wasn't interesting, but it was interesting if you just want to listen to it. But when I look at, how many people be here, when I do a live, I did a live today because also I seen I had one new subscriber. So I said, let me do a live. But as I do my lives, you know what I'm saying? If I can get one time 100 subscribers to be in the building at one time and really have a strong conversation with what the topic be about, I can guarantee you, and I'm talking about really have a strong conversation, I guarantee you we can come up with a victory. I got 173 subscribers. If I can get 100 of those subscribers, because I don't know why they still subscribers if they're not really anything to me of the good. But if I can get 100 subscribers to really just come out to have one strong conversation with me, I guarantee you we can come up with something and move on something that'll be very strong and powerful. Because, folks, our lust, our greed, our fornication, our passion, desire for this world is destroying us. This food crisis, folks, like I said, this is part two, food crisis. This food crisis is making us sell our souls to a level where if we continue, folks, we are cursed. And I don't know how long we're gonna be cursed for. And the soil and the soil and the air will be cursed. But until that time, we have time to make a change. Like that nigga said, I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. I'm gonna make it feel what he said. I don't know. And you know, already know the words. Make it right, whatever. But yeah, gonna make it right. I was just playing with the words. I know some of the songs, but I don't feel like singing like that. You know what I'm saying? But to make it right, you gotta make a change. If you want to keep it wrong, just keep singing the sad song, keep doing the same thing, and I guarantee you that your children, if they are 10 years of age, 10 years of age, 10 years later, 8 years later, do you understand what we talk about right now? We talk about economic crisis that is right before your face. So we must make that little change, folks. Make the change for the good. I'm really on the grind right now, yo. I'm on a grind right now. I'm so happy. Just like last year, but last year I wasn't out and about. This year I'm traveling. I'm on the grind. So right now I'm on the grind. I'm on the road, and it's just a beautiful world. So I just decided to do it live. I just wanted to chop it up. Just want to throw something out there, throw something in the airwaves. Just want to keep y'all really on point. This food crisis is all because of our lust, desire to have some extra money just to do the wrong things. I mean, people we rob, we steal, we kill during robberies, we fornicate for money, we scam people for money. We get so much money we don't know what to do with money. At the very end, we ain't do nothing with money except for blow money. Blow money. So many of us have blown money. So many people have blown money as opposed to save money. It's so sad because if we look at how much money that we have ever put in our savings and compare it to the money that we've blown, we'll realize that we are the crisis and that we can make a change. The conversation I had with a young man was really strong and powerful, and I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, he can get his head right. I hope that He look at the grades that he acquired within the last year or so. He look at all those grades that he got on his chin. He'll really hope that he can make a change. I'm not really gonna hold it down too much longer because you know what I'm saying, it's just like I I could talk on this topic and freestyle this topic for like 5 hours long, but is it being heard to the right people? Am I wasting my time? Of course I'm not. I know I'm not. But I had a long freaking day. I'm tired. I done talked to about like shit. I had a long day. I had a great day today. I had a fabulous day today, man. How was your day, folks? Shout out to everybody who really just took today in the gray sky and really saw the day. It's a beautiful day, especially from that hot temperature that we had. You know what I'm saying? How many of us really took today for the beautiful day that it is? And that's what made me really have a strong conversation with dude because you know, like you say, he's free right now. He was just standing next to me as I was just hustling because, like I said, my one of my school's on his block. And then he helped me throw my cart in the car. I said, "Where you going?" He said, "About to go get some to eat." I was like, "The rain started coming down." I was like, "Yeah, me too, man." So we just went and got some fish, my fish and chips. Yo, folks, remember last year the fish and chip spot that I always go to? Matter of fact, it wasn't just last year. The last time I went out there, I told you I think I was doing it live. I said I'm going to go to my spot. It was $5.48 for fish. You know what I'm saying? The shit is $7 now. It's $7 for the fish and chips when it was just $5 last year. And the year before it was $5. Then they came up to 48 cent in tax. So it was 5.48. And then next thing you know, it goes from 5.48 to $7. 7.08 to be exact. Now I know a lot of people are like, nah, that's still good. That's still good. But I'm saying to you is if we keep saying, oh, that's still good, then they can go to 8.50 right before your eyes, and the next thing you know, $10, and then you're like, what the fuck? And it's like, well, you said it was okay. I don't know if there's like a fish shortage. I don't know if there's a fisherman shortage. I don't know if there's the oil in the water. I don't know what, but I just know that. And then your only answer is, well, everybody's going up. Everything's going up. And we all could say that, and I understand it, especially being in the fields I'll be in. I do understand it, but I don't understand why. But you don't have nobody. Why? Why? So that's the question right now. There's two questions. What is it going to take to reverse this curse, and why we're in this? Why we got this crisis? Why we got this situation? Why we got this curse? Why are we not getting the blessings that we really all should be getting? Because if we was really getting our true blessings, folks, the world would be much better. Period. See, every time we be like, "Well, I am blessed," that you know, because if everybody was really blessed, and if everybody was getting their blessings, then this world would be on higher planes. Word. So we must become the blessing, folks. Only way to become a blessing is to realize the situation that you're in. And once you realize it, do you make that change? I'm not going to stick around too much longer. Had a long day yesterday, and tomorrow I have a long day. And I have a big long day on Saturday. and then it's the weekend. I mean, yo, folks, I have a yo. Look, I want y'all to stick around. I want you because y'all on my grind. You're gonna be on the grind with me. Okay, so I'm on the road. I want to see if I can make a big power move for this next week because it's something I want to try and do. So let's just see if I can make it happen. I'm on the grind. I really appreciate y'all listening here, your support. Dial sign Icy Don 167. I'm on the grind right now, trying to make something happen right now. I have a little deadline, but I'm being blessed. Like I said, I just popped up out here and I just came into one of my strong weeks, and I'm so happy that my spirit just led me out here, and then to talk to this dude was very important and much needed, and hopefully he can make that change that he needs, and spiritual insight cleansing, and get his head right, and not go to jail and be happy next year. You know what I'm saying? Because folks, we are sending our soldiers to jail for dumb shit because we don't understand that it's important for a community to save the community. It's not about individualism. The individualism shit is really part of a demonic teaching. I hope y'all caught that. Individualism is part of a demonic teaching. Always remember that. And if anybody would, that's a great debate. Maybe I would like to debate somebody on that. If you think you can prove me wrong on that. That individualism is a state of demonic. Is a part of demonic. It's a demonic entity. And matter of fact, I can speak from my own personal experience of life. Being on your own, making money and hustling and things like that. The demon is easy to come across and fuck with you. You don't even have to be serving it, but just by doing it this way, it will visit you to try to make you do everything you need to do to get it to go a certain way. Or it might just mess with you to stop you. But individualism is an open portal for many attacks. Although it has the gravy that can go on it, you want to just be safe. And individualism don't really allow you to be 100% safe. Although a lot of individuals prosper much better on their own and not amongst a pack. But just because you can prosper don't mean that it's really right. Thank y'all for your listening here. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. I just said, let me do a live, man. It's raining outside. Shout out to the East Coast dealing with this rain. What the West Coast dealing with? Y'all deal with rain too? Is this cloud across the waters, or should I say across the land like that? And it's funny because this food crisis, like I said, this is part two. This food crisis is something that many folks is really not. It's like, yo, you so caught up with so many other things in celebrity drama that this food crisis, this world economic crisis, and the root of it is just being like genie bottle. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's they genie bottling this the root. They genie bottling what the hell is really happening. Do y'all get what I'm saying? It's like you guys, if you don't rub this genie bottle, then you won't get the answer. You won't get the wishes of the truth. What's going to save you, folks? Just listen to what I'm telling you. It's not in the bottle. It's what I'm telling you right now. The only thing that's going to save you is once you wake up from being a consumer, you just eliminated a major piece of the problem. Then once you erase being an individual, then you erase damn near half the problem. Although being an individual, individualism can really help out and benefit for, like, you might like going out and doing things on your own because you might be able to come across this and might come across that. In most cases, if you go out, you might come across a girl or come across a guy. But what type of guy and girl was that? So now you just put yourself in another situation where you got consequences. So in being an individual, sometimes don't lead in the right directions all the time. But most people prosper and flourish individually. But at the end, what type of people they become? Because if they're not protected, they're not protected. Not being protected is not being protected. Not being prayed up for is not being prayed up for. In this world right now, we done lost so much prayer. In this world, the people of the world, the people of the planet is not prayed up enough, and with the right prayers that we're allowing something to sneak attack us. Start saying more prayers on a daily basis, just like your Muslim family, your Muslim population. But when you say your prayers, don't just pray for an individual religion or individual set. You pray for the whole, and then you pray that those who's not whole in their heads and not righteous and right in their minds to get right, but you still pray for them. Because as long as they're here, they're gonna be here and they're gonna be part of the problem or part of the solution. If they're part of the problem, you pray that we pray that they unproblematic problematize themselves, if that's a word, what I'm saying? Get away from the shit. Stop being so problematic. I'm so tired of problem people. And it's all of us. And most of our problems come because we be such individuals. Shit don't make no sense. Somebody help me make this shit sense. We gotta make this shit make some sense, because the only way we gonna survive is when we can make it make sense. And stop saying it don't make sense. Make it make sense. Really make it make sense. Why are we in a food crisis? Why do we continue to do the same thing over and over and over again? Why we can't save ourselves from ourselves? Because we like what we like. We want what we want. We gotta have what we gotta have. And we're not doing what we're supposed to do in the meantime. My dude blew through $100,000 and we didn't even talk about rent. We ain't talking about buying a crib. But now he's thinking about really, really just getting to the fashion and then going from there. And I hope him the best. But the only sad thing is that now you trying to do that through grand thought with nothing. Meaning that now you're going to want to go back and hit the streets, even if you already went spiritually and say, yo, I choose not to. But now you have a passion to get some things going, and you're going to go out there and get it and make it happen. But then what's going to come down the line is going to be even worse. So we can't keep putting ourselves in a situation. So he needs to be strong and believe in himself and just go full-fledged with this designer stuff and whatever. If people can put up the $1 million home to save his ass, how much can they put up to save his ass in that in the way of utilize his talent and help him acquire the things he need to acquire? We always spend our money on the wrong side of shit. And our women always be reaping the benefits of that, which is nothing. We got to change that picture. When we give out things, and we must reap the benefits. So stop giving out stress, because there's no benefits in stressing. Thank you for your listening ear. Thank you for your support. I'm going to sign off because, like I said, this food crisis is all because of our lust to fornicate in the world, to play games in the world, and not take it a little bit serious right now. But as they keep turning up the heat, folks, like the song said, the heat is on. The heat is on. Have a beautiful, great day. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have another big day, and hopefully I can do double what I did today. And that's my game plan. I'm going to hit my spot early. I already know my group gonna be, and I'm gonna try to be earlier to work. I'm gonna be ready and point with work. And if I'm do all the above, folks, I should be able to make about like quick 3, 4 for the day, and that's in a short period of time. And that's a good number. I'm happy with that. Thank you for your listening, your support. We working on something. You can be down with it, folks. We working on something. You can be down with, folks. I almost gave my telephone number. I almost think about giving my number, though, which I should, to let y'all know how much serious I am with what I'm about to work on. Almost gave the number out. But yeah, folks, hit me up. Icy Don 167. Also hit me up at Gmail. I can't even think of IcyDon502 at gmail.com. Let's have a conversation and really build and making something happen, because we got to defeat this food crisis. And if no one's speaking about it, and I'm the only one speaking about this food crisis on this level, then it's definitely time for you, the hearers and listeners, to start investing in what we need to do to save ourselves from this food crisis. Thanks for y'all listening here, your support. Fight yourself, and be safe at the same time. Peace.